37th parallel on America's haunted highway, it's Pixelated Paranormal, your guide to the unusual and the strange.
Pizza toots.
It wasn't funny the first time. Why did you have to repeat it?
Sorry, just warming up the crowd.
Make sure that's the first thing everyone heard.
It was the echo back.
That was the re-pizza toots.
Pete and repeat.
Hey, and welcome to our Dungeons & Dragons game starring Pixelated Paranormal and Friends. I'm your host, Dungeon Master Rob. At least that's what the Discord says now. And with us is Preston.
What's up, all you cool ghosts and goblins, you crocodoons and crocodingos, you skeletors and skeletons and witchers and witches and whatever the fuck else you want to be. I got my Blues Traveler's hat on tonight, and I'm ready to put some arrows in some bitches. So.
Alrighty. Sean.
I've got a whoopee cushion, and I feel fine.
I sounded like a
Jordan.
chunky wet fart.
Yeah,
Anybody
I
else
have those
ever
tonight,
wonder-
too.
Anybody else ever wonder, audience, why Rob never says, this is Friends and Pixelated Paranormal? They always put Pixelated Paranormal first. I think that's pretty rude.
It's weird that it's
Anyway.
on our YouTube channel, too. I see what you're saying, but I can't shove my head that far up my butt
Well,
to
it's
get
so
your
we-
perspective.
It's so weird that it's on our Rumble, our YouTube, our Facebook, our Twitch,
Hey,
our Kick.
Everyone listening, they say all this. They say all this like it should be assumed they're introduced first, but they didn't ask us to post all this shit before we agreed to play D&D with them. This was we got suckered into this crap where we get to be your dancing monkeys. I at least want a friends first once. That's all I'm saying.
I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give each of you a raise. Take whatever I'm paying you now. I want you to cut that in half and then triple it.
All right. Jordan. Let's go back to you again. This time.
No, he said his piece.
Yeah, nobody else said their names. Everybody
He's
knows
feeling
me by now.
cantankerous.
Hell no, I'm Andreas the Bard.
Joe.
Hello, I will be inhabiting the soul of Vincent Fulminare the Blue, where, as the Grand Council of Wizards, of course, I have to remain neutral in the war between the elves, or the gnomes and the knights. However, I do see that Yip behind us has chosen the gnomes. Very telling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And last but not least is Caradoc, who we can't say his real name because it just conflicts with the other Sean. So there we go.
Yeah, Caradoc is a monkey that has ginger hair and is wearing chainmail armor. And has two symbols that he loves banging on.
Oh.
So,
That sounded dirty.
well, it's up to you to decide.
He is very small, and for everybody in the audience, we just want to clarify, he meant banging while on the cymbals, not banging the cymbals together. Just so everybody knows.
All right. And we got a special guest to come over and talk to us about what happened last week. It's the Ogre. Hey guys, it's me, the Ogre. Somebody played some pretty music, and I did my best to stay out of the combat, and they killed all my friends. And then I smashed a cage that was on fire, and I helped put the fire out. And then the music stopped, and now I'm feeling real funny about all my friends dead.
Buddy, we didn't kill all your friends. We are all your friends.
I feel like this is a really weird retelling of a different perspective of the My Miss American Pie. Like, this is the day the music died for the ogre, and no one really ever got to hear that side of the story.
I'm still outside, so I just turn around and I see the ogre scratching his brain, looking at the cart with the club in hand. looking at all
Because
his
I
dead
didn't
friends.
realize I read that spell again today, Jordan, and I'm like, oh, it only works as long as they can hear the music.
For an hour after.
No, it says as long as they can hear the music for that hour.
I am pretty sure you're wrong, but I'll double check, and if I'm wrong, I will say so. I'll say either way. I'm going to read it again, but I could have sworn it said after, but let me take a look.
I'll yell down the tunnel for Saphantris to come back. It's
Yeah,
not
it says
worth fixing.
for as long as you can hear the music and for 1 hour thereafter.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I was
He's-
wrong.
Yeah, the last hour after the song is when the ogre is just humming the tune to himself, and it kind of keeps him slightly enchanted.
All right. And also, since when we last left off, Sean also tried to barbecue the spider in the cage, premeditatively, by the
Yep.
way.
True.
I would do it again.
And calm down, Caradoc. And Jordan, or I'm sorry, Savandrius and Caradoc dropped down into the tunnel. Savandrius had kind of run on ahead, didn't you, Savandrius? After you dropped in, you like took off running down the tunnel.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So before we get back down to you guys, Preston and Yip Yip and Quazga, you guys kind of finished up the people inside the house, and Vincent was right outside. So what were you two doing? You've seen two people pop down into that tunnel.
I mean, we saw everybody else go down the tunnel, right?
That's what I just said. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So, I don't know. Yip Yip, what should we do? Should we follow everybody?
Well, it's not Yip Yip and Quazga and friends. So,
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
yeah.
We should ask ourselves, what would Saphandrius and Caradoc do? Neville, cry about it, perchance. I don't know. I think I look over at Yip Yip and I just kind of roll my eyes and say tally ho, and we make
Was
our way
this
down
And I
Just out of curiosity, was this
I
snivel and cry about it comment from the guy who just had a blank-faced mental breakdown in the wagon while I ran off to fight 5 people alone?
You didn't realize we were bringing up everybody's past trauma.
You didn't realize the words that were coming out of your mouth?
Yep, I just figured it out. Yep. Saphandrius went down into the bunker below to get a bag of salt to dump on the wounds.
Damn
So
right.
I shrug my shoulders and I jump in the hole.
Yep.
All right. So you two jump down in the hole. Vincent, what are you doing?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh jeez. Oh golly.
Yeah. You should probably set that card on fire and then
Yeah.
come on down.
Hey,
Man, it really
Vincent,
is just me up alone.
before you jump in the hole, I saw a sign that said "No racism allowed." So, I mean,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Sounds like Paul.
Have you heard the way Quazga? Right? Have you heard?
Wow.
Yeah. Have you heard the way Quazga talks to bugbears?
Yeah, I know how I talk to bugbears. I'm quite aware of that when they try to kill us. I also know how I talk to bugbears when you try to send them back to our house of second chances when they're like the natural predator for goblins. I'm just trying to take care of the people that we rescued. It's really weird, right? Like the group I'm in here with, like this ragtag group of mismatched ruffians, it's like they're all about trying to kill the people we rescue, but the minute I try to kill somebody who's a threat to our party, they're like, oh, hold on a second, he's actually a really nice guy. I know that, 20 bugbears have attacked us, and they've all been bloodlusted, thirsty mongrels, but this one might be different.
Now who's the
It's like-
racist?
Yeah.
It's like Quazga forgets that literally every goblin that we have kept, except for what is it, Sloop, has also
No.
tried to kill us.
Corey
Droop
killed
tried-
that.
didn't Droop-
Corey killed that one,
try to
so
kill
I
us?
don't know. We can count that.
Later,
That was Croup. Yeah. Corey did kill
Yeah.
Croup, but
I think
I
I'll
think
hear
it's-
the
yeah.
sound of
not
the party
true.
bickering
It's-
downstairs.
And I think
And
it's
I'll be
also
like,
different.
I gotta get down there.
I have the right to openly decide that something that tried to kill me can come back to my habitat, to our manor of second chances. I think it's morally disgusting to just throw a natural predator towards said house to something without said something, i.e. the goblins, getting to make the decision that, yes, I would feel comfortable you sending my natural-born enemy into this house. You know, I just make my own decisions. Nobody asked the goblins what they thought.
All right.
As a
All
point,
right.
I will have Mr. Gizzard stay up with the spider and the ogre and be like, just make sure nobody hurts anybody.
Sister
Gorell.
Christian.
Sister Gorell says, I can handle this ogre if he gets out of hand. Why are you talking to me like that? I didn't do nothing.
If you can handle that ogre if he gets out of hand, why don't you do shit to help us in that fight, lady?
Because I was too busy trying to put out the fire.
I'll solve her.
Put out the fire. She's a southern elf. And she don't take no shit from no man.
Still, I'll leave Mr. Gizzard up there just so I can have eyes up there, just in case something happens. Just for now. I can always have him scurry down, whenever.
God, I gotta find everybody. Okay, Quazda.
Here.
Alright, did the map load up for everybody?
Not really.
Uh,
It's like a little
Black and
tiny
white.
bit loaded up. And black and white, and only a part of it.
It's black and white. Oh, wait.
Okay.
Oh, you might be talking about something.
I just got lines everywhere.
Yeah.
Way too many squares.
Hold on.
Oh, I see.
Did you guys find, like, it's hopefully that little dot there. If you click on your character on the tokens, I think it'll bring you right. Nope, never mind.
Trying to find where the tokens are currently. Zooming out.
I
You
don't have
see-
a token yet. I don't.
Oh,
At
you're
least
not
not that
there.
I can
That's
see.
it. I haven't got to you yet, I guess. Yeah, there you are. You should have a token now.
Here I am.
So I can see my token, but I can't see anything around my token. It's just darkness.
Really? Hold on.
Yep.
Fall.
I'm gonna try refreshing, see if that helps.
is it because he doesn't have
How about
dark
now?
vision?
No, because this map wasn't set up for that.
Well, that's a big fucking
that
map.
work?
Maybe. I have to try and find where my token is again. I refreshed, so I'm gonna zoom out and see if I can find it. So
You're
far,
next
it's all
to-
blackness.
You're next to us. I see
You
your
open the
token.
combat tracker. There's a little button that says "Find my token." And it'll take you straight to your token.
Or if you click the key fob twice, it should beep and tell you where it's at.
Oh, it beeped.
There you
I
go.
found it.
All right,
You're
you're
welcome.
actually supposed to be. Whoops. Select. You're like up here somewhere, because you ran ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so everybody can see everything now, correct?
Yeah.
I believe so.
I think so.
Okay. I tried my best to fix the map dimensions, Caradoc, but it's so big of a map that they immediately seem like they get off track.
It doesn't work out.
Yeah. So, it's weird. It's all the only maps that have this problem with seem to be the ones that Wizards of the Coast made for whatever reason.
Garbage company.
Mhm.
You're not wrong.
But I love their
They
product.
bricked the Ranger.
So,
I mean,
anyway,
Ranger hasn't been good since second edition, but
I know, it's worse now. They took away the flavor of it.
Made it better.
all right. So, Savandrius runs ahead. He's still following the mysterious figure, who is still quite a little bit ahead of him. Quite a bit ahead of him.
Does she still have the arrow sticking out of her chest?
No, she's still smoking though. So yeah, I guess what is everybody doing? Because Caradoc dropped down after Savandris and probably doesn't see him. He's kind of 60 feet ahead.
I lit a lantern when I got down here.
Oh, you
Remember?
might see a little lantern running down the tunnel.
I guess as I drop down and finish slaying the last guy,
Yeah, that's right.
I'd look up and call down the corridor. Saphandrius, you may want to come back. I got 18 seconds left until Quasgo loses his mind again and goes crazy.
We don't know that's gonna happen.
His calm emotions is lasting 18 more seconds. Plus, we got a prisoner. We got a
15 more seconds.
Fuck. Fine. I turn around.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I just get a running sprint, and right as Quasga pops down the ladder, right as the timer ends, I just clock him in the face and knock him out. Not really. Not really. I don't-
It's like we already decided an hour ago that Yip Yip and I jumped down the hole. That's your bonus
Right, you had to
action,
get to the
Jordan.
hole first. We're still in combat, so nobody's taken that turn yet, you know?
Saying if you're just, taking bonus actions.
All right. So everybody meets back there at the ladder.
Yeah, now that you got this map loaded up,
I know,
we're
right?
gonna go make sure the prisoner's okay.
I got
Alright.
3 rounds until
And
this
go try and-
who knows.
I already tried to
Go.
take care of the prisoner situation. Long time ago, boys.
As I sit in retrospect, I recall that a certain Quasga really, really, really wanted to bring a giant sea serpent that will absolutely eat whatever it runs across. Back to Commander
Unnecessarily?
Second.
Not necessarily. We survived, didn't we?
Not necessarily gonna kill everybody. Plus, they're literally Goblin Kid, so.
All right. So y'all scramble back up into the house, I guess. Unless anybody else ran forward.
I don't know. Yip Yip, did we run forward?
Yeah. I mean, we already cleared out
Okay.
the house, so I mean, I feel like I'm in the hole, man.
Doing. Yeah. So Yip Yip and Quasga stayed down. We already climbed down the ladder. They're not going back up.
Cool. I guess we loot the room for treasure.
We already
Now
looked for
that we
treasure
get
last
this
time.
together. I don't think you did. In fact, I'm certain you didn't.
Oh, well, works for me. Go nuts, man. Maybe you'll find another ring I can attune to.
So you're telling me I gotta load this fucking map up again.
Rob, you just need to do what feels natural.
Hey, whatever happens in 18 seconds.
No, I was gonna say not for me. Saphandrius is on the other map. We're
All I'm
securing that
saying
prisoner.
is there's a man in the back and he's starting to crack, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, that man's me. I'm about to crack.
I don't like looking at man crack.
Oh my god, now the map is not where anybody's at. Okay, there we go. Oh, all right, I found you. That does work. Combat tracker. All right. You guys rush on ahead.
Tally-ho!
You guys come to a tunnel split. As you kind of approach this tunnel split, you hear. Give me a history roll, Quasga and Yip Yip.
Oh. I seem to remember reading as a small boy the history of caves.
Vincent, what are you doing?
I'm the last to come down the ladder. I mean, what's the light level looking like?
It's dark.
Okay, yeah.
I have dark
I'm
vision.
back
I'll,
by
hold,
the
I'll hold
ladder.
your
and I do
your
have a
old-
lantern lit.
I'll hold your old wrinkly hand if I need to.
Okay, yeah. I did not. I didn't prepare a light cantrip today.
What does that
Well,
mean?
good thing I have a lantern lit.
Quasga and Yip Yip, can we get a history roll, please?
I
Yeah, I
rolled
did
a
if you were
7.
paying attention.
No, it did not.
Yeah.
It did not.
Well,
I'll
Yeah.
happily re-roll because that 2 I rolled is
7.
not very good.
Never mind. It didn't update my stupid track for
Mhm.
whatever reason. Yeah. You don't. You hear the sound, but you don't recognize what kind of song it is. But just ahead of you, in between some stalagmites, you find a overturned music box. And the sound coming out of it seems unnatural, like it's too slow, like maybe it's been damaged.
Yeah,
Vincent,
Can I,
did you follow? I can't remember.
I would follow, but
Okay, well they grabbed your hand and took you with them.
oh, then yeah,
And you can give me a history roll as well.
heck yeah.
I moved you where you belong,
Oh wow.
and you moved back. I don't know what happened there. Oh, I think it's because you just connected again to the server. Okay. And all right, you're listening to this song and you're like, that is definitely an old elven lullaby,
Yeah, it sounds a lot like Maneater by Hall & Oates.
but it's slowed down in such a way that it almost sounds like an elven funeral dirge.
Weird song to play at a funeral.
Yeah, I'll say that it was a lullaby, but it seems to be played in a minor key. It gives it almost a somber tone.
I've never heard this song before. Vincent, can you hum a few bars?
Can I just walk
This
over
is
and
the
close?
song that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friend.
Vincent doesn't know about the
They're elves.
Universal Music Company trying to take our show down.
Rob, is this like a music box that has a lid? It's like opening and playing, or is it like
Yeah.
one of the, like the? Can I close it and then like look at it and then just toss it to Quaska so he can put it in his man purse for later?
So yeah, you pick it up,
Satchel.
and when you kind of look at it, you close it, and the song immediately stops inside of it. It looks like it's taken a little damage, but carved on the front lid of it is a name that you don't recognize. Ilmina.
Can we smash the music box?
No, I gave it to you to put your.
You gave it to me,
sample.
but could I smash it?
It could be important. I wouldn't do
I
it.
mean,
Vincent, what says you? Smash it or bag it?
I
Smash
would
it fast.
recommend smashing it.
smash your
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah, smash it. All right, bag it is. Bag it is. It goes in the bag. Wait, can I roll something to see if I can tell something?
What are you trying to tell?
I don't know. What's the name? Like, is okay? Hold on. Let me roll. Let me roll investigation to see if I can learn any more about this music box.
Hey, Mr. Dungeon Master Rob.
Yeah.
I think it's about this time my calm emotions probably drops. And I don't know if
Okay.
that means he's corrupted again by the demon.
No, he's
or
not
if that's been
corrupted. but
suppressed permanently.
It's been kind of suppressed, yeah.
Alright. Because it didn't last that long, much longer.
I mean, it's a finely crafted music box. It doesn't look like it's like it doesn't look like it's like elven designed. It looks like it's been produced maybe from somebody that lives in a city or something. It doesn't look like it's elven design, but it's
Is
meant
he?
to- it looks like the inlays and stuff are kind of meant to think of the forest.
All right,
And-
cool. Well, tag it and bag it, boys. What's next?
And you've never mentioned the name Elmina, right, Caradoc?
Nope.
Okay, so you have no idea who Elmina is.
I thought Elmina was the little girl that he met that he saved and gave like the biscuit to or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah, but he
an
didn't.
apple.
That was just his
Yeah,
back.
That's out of character flashback.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
You
okay.
weren't privy to any of that.
I heard all of it.
Yeah, Caradoc just saw the mass figure, and then his eyes rolled to the back of the head, and then he narrated everything that happened out loud.
Hold on. Did I notice his eyes roll in the back of his head? Because if we've got two characters whose eyes are rolling in the back of their heads, something's going on. Anyway, as you were, Rob.
All right, so you guys find yourself at a crossroads, two different paths. Sean, ahead of you on the wall, you notice some symbols for thieves' cant. And it shows an arrow to the left. It shows the symbol for a failure, like road closed type of sign, a road
I've
failure.
seen this sign. Right. It is a damn near photorealistic painting of Saphandrius. You said failure, right? Yep.
And to the right, you see a symbol for trap. I guess that's north and south, not right and left, but you see two different paths.
Failure and trap. Well, boys, I've seen these symbols before. It usually means failure and trap. What's the third symbol?
There is no third symbol.
All right, just checking. Cool. So I think it's safe to say this is a safe path because the traps they tried to set were failures.
Is it really a trap if we know it's a trap?
Sounds like a trap. Yep. What says you?
I point at the one that says failure.
Then you say Saphandrius. Okay, so should we investigate it? Should we insight?
Give me, if you guys want to, give me an investigation roll. Everybody there.
Oh, fuck.
Did I roll investigation or intimidation?
So, you two are like looking around, like trying to figure out. You guys are probably looking at the ceiling or something to make sure there's no sturges. Vincent just says, "Hey, I see some muddy footprints over here, and they go to the north."
Terrific. Excellent eye. Well,
Follow.
should we go back and investigate the other path or go ahead and go forward?
Follow.
Follow. Okay, cool. All right. Tally ho.
All right. That's not what I wanted. Okay. So you go up the trap section.
Yeah. What if we go to the failure session?
Yeah, I thought we were going
I
failure.
mean, that's totally up to you.
Same way? Okay,
No.
failure and trap.
The muddy boot prints went north, so
Oh,
you
the
should
fork in the
follow.
road were identified from those two symbols? I didn't catch that. So we either go through trap or failure? I'm just saying as the dungeon master, you didn't make it too
But hold on
obvious.
though, if we step in the if we follow the muddy footprints and we step in the footprints, then we're unlikely to set off the traps. Correct?
Unless that's the trap. Like the guy who set the trap had boots that had footprints that were reversed, so as he's walking away from the trap, it looks like something walked towards it.
Huh?
I don't think it's that deep.
Yeah, I
mean,
think
if
we
I'm
should.
dumb enough to think of it, he could be dumb enough to think of it.
I think we should just step in the footprints and follow the footprints.
Yeah. Vincent, step in the footprints. Lead the way.
I'll.
He can't
Take a
lead
step
the
in
way.
the
He doesn't have dark.
Right.
He doesn't have dark vision. You just
Well,
gotta
tell him
what
if
to-
he's going to run into something.
Somebody said they had a lantern.
Well, that was the other
Yeah,
guy.
they didn't come down here.
All right. So here we are. We got this Vincent sandwich. Are you bottom bun or top bun, Preston?
I'll be bottom bun.
All right, perfect. I'm leading the way, and we're tiptoeing very quietly through these muddy footprints. Doop, 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 doop.
That
Doop, 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 doop.
all right.
Then what
So
happens?
you guys come up to a another shit. You guys
How
come
big
up
is
to another path. Son of a bitch.
Sorry.
I'm so glad you showed up today, Saphandrius. So, you know, we could ignore you.
Your part's coming. Don't worry.
You come to another pathway of more going north and another path going off to the east into a smaller cave. No, that's not to the east. That's to the west. Yeah.
I think I'm thrown off by this map a little bit.
What do you mean? How you?
It looks like I'm in. It looks like I'm in the wall. Like we're clipping into the wall.
Well, I mean, you might. I don't know why you're on my screen. You guys are on the path.
Yeah, I'm way north of the path there, champ.
Yeah, we're
Look
like
at your
in
phone
the-
real quick. That's what's kind of throwing me off. Yeah. Because when you told me that there's like this fork in the road, I'm standing in the middle of like a long corridor. They kind of snaked around a little bit, but there's no fork in the road.
Hit
It's very confusing to Quasco when you talk about forks because he's never used one before. He doesn't understand anything past
do a
fingers.
refresh, Sean.
Yeah,
Just hit
I
your
am.
Yeah, and see, and everybody do that and see if it gets you back to where. Apparently, everything seems to be off.
Hey, kind of. Vincent's way up north, but I'm
that's because
somewhat here.
I can't move Yip, or I can't move Vincent, and I did move you and Yip onto the path earlier.
Anyway, Rob, I trust your judgment.
Thanks.
That's why I was so confused about the fork in the road and the two symbols. I'm like, there's no fork. The sign just says failure trap next to each other.
All right, so you guys come up to a path that goes north and one that goes to the west. A smaller cave off to the side.
Mhm.
Did it fix yours too? Yip.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're in it's circular.
Huh?
I don't see anything. Well, I mean, where I'm looking, it doesn't look like it goes. Mine, there's nothing to the north. If north is up on the map, there's basically just like a little path. There's like a rock in the middle. It's kind of circular, and then it winds to the left and winds to
You
the
can
right.
see that?
Yeah. Yeah, here, I'll screenshot.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's real.
Yeah,
funky.
I'm gonna share my screen. 1 second.
Oh, this is crazy.
Yes.
I guess I could have just.
Yeah, look at the text message thread. We're inside that little circular donut shape there on the left.
Oh God, who sent me a? Who sent? Oh my God.
On the phone.
Oh, what? Okay, there it is. Oh yeah, that's not where you're supposed to be at. Oh, that's weird. It did not do what it was supposed to. Maybe I need to refresh and see if that fixes it.
Yip,
Everybody else refresh.
Quasga gets confused when you use directions. No, he's following a map. The map was just made by a drunkard.
It wasn't directions that I said Quasca couldn't understand. It was forks.
Oh, that's right. I apologize.
Now everybody else hit refresh again.
No
See
worries.
if that fixes it. That's just so weird. This map sucks. It's too big, and I think it's fucking everything up.
Up and down, baby.
All right, while you guys are doing that, Caradoc and Savandrius, you guys come back up to the surface, and what's going on with you two?
Well,
I suppose.
yeah. Okay.
I think we probably go to make sure that. I mean, I didn't really know what was happening, so I want to talk to Caradoc about what he meant with Quasga and what happened with the cart, because I kind of jumped into the fight without really seeing what was happening back there. But generally speaking, we'd go towards the cart to make sure our prisoner is still captive. What do you think, Caradoc?
Yeah.
The ogre is still sitting on
His
the
legs
spider. Yeah, he's got his legs still on the the spider and holding him down, and he sees you guys come out. He waves.
Way back.
Prisoner still secure.
Yeah, but this road is the problem. What's your name, friend?
They called me Bum.
Did you like that name?
I was about to ask the same question.
I mean, what's the name?
What about Shakespeare? Can we call you Shakespeare?
I like the Shakespeares.
All right.
Yeah.
Shakespeare, can you move those 2 logs that are blocking this path? You're big and strong, right?
Yeah, I can do that. I was the one to put them there.
Oh.
Uh, it seems really silly now.
Yeah, it does.
That's in my top 3 favorite moments of this entire campaign. Out of left field.
Yeah, so, I guess I'll explain to Xaphandria that the group that these people were, they follow the god Lathander, which is basically my god's mortal enemy. And
Oh, that
Wait, hold on,
explains why
back
they
up.
were threatening.
Lathander's not your god's mortal enemy.
basically, they like hate each other.
Lathander
Well,
hates
Lathander's
Lathander?
like the god.
of second chances.
No, wait, I'm thinking of.
You're thinking
I messed,
Lavia.
I messed up my gods.
Thing of Leviatar, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other L. Leviatar. That's who they follow. And she's like the goddess of like pain and torture. And my god's all about taking away pain and soothing people and putting peace. So they're basically mortal enemies. I think this is what the great dragon Old Gnawbone said. There was a trial for me ahead. A tramp.
I guess that explains why they were so hostile towards you. That's I got a little carried away. I apologize. I just I didn't like the idea of them threatening you. I don't think you can hear this conversation in that hole,
Plastic
Quasda.
Spandria.
In addition, I believe their leader is
Your
I don't know how to
ex?
say it, my like adopted sister.
Oh.
What?
She betrayed the church many years ago, and I haven't seen her since.
The ogre Shakespeare is pulling the trees back, and he says, "Is your sister's name Elmina? Because that's what they said her name was." And he's dragging the trees back. She's real pretty.
Yes, her name is Omina.
Wow, you had such a nice friend. Well, not really. She told me I could only live life through pain, and then she hit me with a whip. I didn't care much for it. He's pulling the log and drops it off to the side.
You know, it kind of sounds like your old friends might not have been that nice. Did you know that in the human language, bum is kind of like borderline an insult? I know. That's why we thought we should call you something different. Exactly. Quasga, I'm glad you shouted that from the hole. That was good input.
No, I'm playing the part of the lizard right now. I speak for the lizard.
Obviously, everything in my personal life wants to chase her down and get answers, but I've made an oath, and the mission must come first.
Wow, this.
Hey, Vincent, what's going on?
Mr. Gizzard, I'll put Mr. Gizzard on Xaphandrius' shoulder. I don't like him like enemy.
Mr. Gizzard just wants to comfort Caradoc. It seems like a big moment for him.
You probably don't even need to like roll any sort of insight check. I'm visibly shaken.
By a lizard?
Mr.
Wait,
Gizzard.
why
just
are you
wants to
visibly
comfort
shaking?
Caradoc.
Not shaking, like shaken, like this.
Oh.
Because he just ran across his adopted
Right.
sister who tried to kill him. Big moment.
And also Quasga tried to kill the spider yet again, and I had to stop him.
Oh. See, I didn't see that part because I was fighting.
I don't know how he did it, but he made the cage flammable somehow, and accidentally dropped a torch. So I had to deal with that the whole battle. That's why I couldn't assist you. I had to put out the fire and stop him from dying.
Yeah, like I said, I kind of tunnel visioned when they threatened you anyway. So apologies for that. I probably could have helped you with the fire, but got a little sidetracked.
All right, so going back to Quazga and Yip Yip and Vincent, since the map's not working, you have a path going north and a path going to the west. Which path are you taking?
Well, can we do an investigation roll to see what we see?
Sure,
on
go
each-
give me another
each
investigation
path?
roll.
Yeah, we got to see if there's any more of these symbols that.
Thank the
Make things
fucking
confusing.
Lord.
Oh.
A 20.
The pathway that this person took was definitely to the left. Vincent and Yip Yip figured this out. Quazga says, I think they went north.
Hey, with that away, George.
And I just kind of tug on his arm sleeve, like, come on, little buddy, follow us this way, and we're gonna go the correct path.
Oh,
All right.
no, I'm the bottom bun.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys kind of come down this tunnel, and you can start to smell like you can actually hear like a river, a fast-moving underground river here. And up ahead, you see what looks to be a rowboat attached to the side of the cave. Like there's kind of like a rowboat pulled up onto the shore of this cave. And also the footprints that you guys have been following looks like this person had got into another rowboat and pushed it out into
Okay.
the river.
Well,
I
I mean, they
write
wouldn't be that smart if they.
I write a note to
Go ahead.
Quazga because obviously that not so nice lady that we stuck arrows in, she obviously got in the other rowboat. So I'm going to write a letter to Quazga saying, should we go get the other party members, or is it the Three Musketeers? Question mark.
I opened
should
up the
point out
note.
that I'm
Buoyant.
basically blind. I'm just going by you tugging at my
Yeah.
sleeves.
I open up the note and shut it real quick, just in case Vincent's peeking. And then I kind of make the subtle comment, yep, that's not a bad idea, but I would think it'd be awfully strange behavior if the person who was trying to get away also left us a secondary boat. Like, if I was trying to get away from somebody, I would have sunk that other boat. This could be the tarp that symbol was talking about. Vincent, do you have like some magic thing? Yeah. Vincent, do you have some kind of magical thing that like you can like send up there and let the party know like we're in deep, or are we just gonna wing this?
Yeah. You won't see, but my eyes roll to the back of my head, and then smash cut up on top. Mr. Gizzard's eyes, instead of going up to the back of your head, because lizards have sideways eyeballs or eyelids, the eyelids roll to the side of the head, and then will be replaced by Vincent's eyes. And Mr. Gizzard will open his mouth and say, "Oh, hello, it's me. What's going on here?"
Paradox, your lizard
You
dreaming.
can talk?
Japan.
My God, you are.
Oh,
meant to be-
no, it's me. It's Vincent.
This is Vincent.
Oh, jeez. I don't understand this arcane magic.
It's quite the trick, isn't it?
I
What's
believe
going on?
we've come to a bit of a crossroads down below, and we could use some assistance.
I believe we're leaving. So.
Doc, are you
Shakespeare.
okay?
No, not really.
And then I kind of tug on Vincent's shirt, and I'm like, "Hey, tell him that we found a music box and it has a name on it. We don't recognize the name. Tell him that too."
We found some items. Perhaps you could help identify.
Well, maybe
Any-
come up here and bring it to me.
And I slap him on the arm. Say the name.
Mr. Gizzard just goes, "Ow!" It had a name. My keen mind isn't what it used to be. I don't remember what it is.
It
I
was
can't read it.
And I whisper it very slowly. I forgot what it was too, but
Nailed it.
Trisha Yearwood.
Is it? Nice.
He'll repeat the name. Elmina. Elmina's
Elmina.
a music box. It seems like.
Yes, that's what I said.
Do you know anything?
Yep.
That is a music box that you gave her.
Yeah, I'll say the name of the song, whatever it is.
Butterfly Kisses.
The party bus song.
Christmas shoes.
A ballad
We
of
like to party.
butterflies.
Hot buttered popcorn.
I believe I gave that to her on her 20th birthday.
Oh, nice.
You didn't hear that.
I tug on his shirt again. Vincent, what are they saying?
I guess both parties will hear. It was a gift to her on her 20th birthday. I don't know who her is.
I look over at Yip Yip and I kind of roll my eyes, and he can see it because he has dark vision too. Who's her?
Elmina, apparently.
She is.
I'll give you guys 5 minutes to get up here, or else me and presumably Savandrius and our party, our quest, the prisoner, and our new best friend Shakespeare, the ultimate second chance, will be heading on.
Ultimate second chance.
I'll repeat. I believe Caradoc and Vincent, which both parties will hear, if they want us to come and join them, or they're going to be moving on. It sounds
Paradox
like.
and Vincent. You heard it.
Oh, Caradoc and Stephandrius. I'm sorry, that's my name. But I suppose
Ooh.
Ooh, and I tug on Quasga's, sleeve again, and I write out a note like, dude, we gotta go defeat this chick, and we just can't let evil run around, man. It's not what the party.
I kind of
is about.
Yeah, we only offer second chances after they ruin their first chance, and we haven't got to our first chance, so. Yep. So, okay, Vincent asked them, like, if there's any way they're going to come down here and join us. Because, if this lady dropped her music box, we want to get her music box back.
Quasga and Yip say that they're hot on the trail of the fleeing party, and they'd really like some assistance. If there's any way we could help.
I'll do everything in my power, plus the power of the Harpers, once we get the prisoner delivered, to track her down and get the answers we need.
It seems that he'll use his magic powers to track her down after the fact.
Wait,
Boss,
Caradoc?
I got the Shakespeare here. Hello, little lizard. I didn't meet you before. I usually
Hello,
eat lizards,
Shakespeare.
but I won't eat you. But I moved the trees out the way.
Very good job, Shakespeare.
I helped.
Shakespeare,
And he pounds his chest.
we need to have a conversation sometime soon, Shakespeare.
Aren't we talking now?
We are, but can I talk to you over there for a moment?
Okay.
I take him a far enough distance. I take him a far enough distance away that if he gets angry, less people will be in danger
Okay.
and not surprised. And I let him know, Shakespeare, I want you to know that I cast a spell and you were charmed during that fight. You liked us, in part at least, because of the music. We don't intend to do you harm.
It was a good song. It had a good beat. And if
Thank
anything
you
I
very
know,
much.
it's like beating things.
Nope. It's a universal language. Music.
If you want a life where you aren't beat and you don't have to beat things often, we might have a home for you.
Wait, say that last part again.
Alaska, not everybody beats things as often as you do. They don't
Okay.
have to, is what I'm saying.
They just beat them off like you do.
But I like you guys. But you're saying
That's great.
that's magic?
Well, I don't know. It might be influenced by magic, and I want you to be prepared for that.
What's
if it wears
influence
off.
mean?
It means affected by.
What's affected by mean? Is
It means it makes you do it.
so you made me your
Or-
friend. Isn't that what everybody does? Is makes each other their friend?
It can be.
What did you say? I missed it.
Said almost everybody.
This is my favorite
can
hour and a half ever.
But we used magic to facilitate it, and I don't want you to feel
What's
tricked.
facilitated mean?
I have a
Amazing.
very
Two
smart
syllables.
tutor.
Next.
I have a very smart tutor back at this place I was telling you about. He can teach you math, and he can teach you words. Let me explain.
I know math. I can count to 2.
He
And then Shakespeare says, "I know what I know
can
what
teach you a thing or two.
Shakespeare says. I know what a toot is too."
That was 2 trees over there, and that's when he points to the trees he moved. See?
You know, you might
Rob-
be able to teach the person. You might be able to teach our party a thing or two too.
Rob, I
Anyway,
forgive you for
Shakespeare.
throwing off the idea that, Preston and I premeditated that he would yell the death whistle and it would scare me and I'd accidentally drop the torch. Last week I was really pissed off that you derailed that. I forgive you for every word you've said this game that has really derailed this counseling session that Savandrius is trying to put on Shakespeare. It's worth it.
It's great. It's a good time. I forgot the word you asked about. I apologize.
So did I. Nothing changed.
Facilitate.
Oh shoot, I don't remember what the context was. Anyway, so magic.
I think this is the instance where you spit on your hand and offer a handshake.
When the magic wears off, I'd still like to be friends with you. Would you like to be friends with us?
But isn't I Fazoli's with the magic now?
Filed bankruptcy. We'll just say that real quick.
Maybe. I'm not really sure. I don't know what the word you means. What's Fazoli's?
Jordan, roll a history roll.
No, the shoe is on the other foot. Now it's probably
Shakespeare's going to talk about fast food and Italian food for an hour and a half.
I'm here for it.
I think Shakespeare's an entrepreneur. I think he's a business owner and he's got a new business idea.
All I gotta
Right,
say
good
is
value.
Joe took back his "You gave me goosebumps" last week, and I'll never hear that again.
Yeah, I know shit. It's all right. You're giving me douche chills, and it's very similar.
Fazoli's the guy I know. He makes good spaghetti. And
You can eat
breadsticks.
you get all the breadsticks you want.
So, what does that have to do with magic?
I don't know. We just didn't remember the word.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't help you. I don't know what word you were thinking of.
All I can say is if you release me from the spell, then we can decide if I'm your friend.
All right. Well, before I release you from the spell, I want to say thank you for your help. And once again, we mean you no harm, regardless of what you choose, unless you harm. And then I release it from the spell. If
He
I have
starts-
that power, I'm not sure if it's like.
I think you do. I think you can release it early. We could just say that you do.
Yeah, fair enough.
He blinks a few times and he looks around and he's like, I don't know. I don't feel much different. I mean,
Great.
you killed Bum 2 over there, and that guy was kind of an asshole anyway.
I'm glad we saved Bum 1.
It's might be
Right.
on the screen. We don't know for sure.
He always
We don't know if
told me
it's
I
Bum
was
1.
too small. I only weighed 100 pounds less than him. That's not a lot in ogre. So,
Well,
I mean,
looks like he lost in the end anyway.
I mean, you guys could probably need a tree mover if there's any more trees in the road. And I got nowhere else to go. And
I can't speak for everyone. As far as I'm concerned, you're welcome to join us.
Does anybody know how to make pants? Because mine have a big rip, and he turned around and sees his ass cheek hanging out. I don't really like. I slid down the hill a little hard to help put the fire out, and my pants got ripped. But yeah, I guess I'll just follow you guys for now. Maybe.
Correct.
Yeah.
I'm looking to see if there's anything I can fashion to to cover his ass.
CYA, cover your ass.
If I was up there, even though I can't hear this conversation, I would force the spider to take off his shirt, and I'd use that as a patch.
Well, he doesn't have a shirt anymore. You burned it off.
Oh yeah! Oh boy!
But does he have
I was up
pants?
there to
Because
see
you
that.
could use the spider's pants as a patch. Anyway, Sean, back to our
So-
dilemma.
I like the way Yip Yip thinks.
Yeah. So Savander has walked away. Vincent is still having communication with Caradoc. Caradoc has just told you guys that. I don't know what Caradoc is.
Vincent's
Look.
lizard's on hold this whole time.
So I point at Quasga and point at Vincent and point at myself, and I hold up like 5 fingers because like there's 5 party members, and then I go bloop, and then I point at us 3, and I point up and say 2. Like, dude, we need to split the part. We can't let her get away, dog. We can't do it. You make up in my sign language what you will, But basically, I'm saying we got to split the party. We just can't go back. We can't do that.
Vinny, what Yip Yip's trying to say here is, they're handling everything going on up top. We're pretty sure we have a friend who's an ogre. I think we're about to split this party, man. So we need you to kind of figure it out. Are you going to stumble your way back through that cave and all those winding turns to find the other group, or are you going to go with us? I mean, if you remember every left, right, and right we took, you can probably find your way back to that ladder.
Yeah, it was very clearly doesn't remember.
Yeah, what kind of receptions that lizard got?
I think it's a few hundred feet.
Oh, okay, probably about a
You probably are not
3G.
even in range right now.
I don't think I'm in range anymore.
But
But
I'm just allowing it.
Yeah, fair. Yeah. Well, hey, while it's working, let them know we're going to go on ahead and try to find whoever this music box belongs to.
I guess I'll tell them.
That it's settled.
Which I guess the other party also heard at the same time.
Sorry, what was it?
Wait, wasn't it on-
You're breaking up. There's a lot of static. I smack him a little bit.
Would we have heard that?
Mr. Gizzard explodes.
Where was the lizard? Was it still on your shoulder, Savandrius?
I took him. So...
Oh, you took him. Okay, so yeah, you did hear all. You did hear what? Well, Vincent, you heard what? Yeah, you heard the lizard. I don't know. I don't know
I
how it
thought
worked.
the lizard was on with Caradoc. I guess I misunderstood.
It was. He said he took it.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Then yeah, I assumed I didn't hear the ogre conversation.
Fair.
I guess you do what you wish. I'm not your dad, but
Yeah,
Nice
one of the
enough.
few. Vincent, tell him. Yeah, we're one of the few people in this village that he's not the father of.
Oh my god.
I wish you the best of luck and hope you don't die.
All right, happy
Hope
trails.
you find your dad.
How will we find each other?
Well, you guys are heading
Probably-
to Neverwinter.
Probably won't.
Yeah, you know what? I pat Vincent on the shoulder and I say, just look to the east in 3 days.
As I said, as soon as I deliver this job that's been given, I'll do all I can to track her down and get
Yeah,
this
fair.
finally over with. But
And
I'll be
I don't
honest.
think you'll do much luck because she's.
I
Vincent-
think we should head back up with them. To be fair,
Vincent, I'll be
Okay.
honest. If you want to part ways now, we probably won't see each other again because I don't intend to go look for any corpses.
I grab Vincent, kind of lean in, and I scream into his eyeballs, Caradoc! How long do you think this venture is going to take?
I'll very quietly be like, Pteroduck, how long do you think this will take?
Well, we're about X days away from Neverwinter, and I don't know how long it'll take me to wrap things up there.
Great. I'm going to have to run two damn game sessions a week now, where one of you guys.
After that, I'll try to convince them to lend me some resources. They're quite a vast
Yep. All right, so
establishment, but I'll be able to hopefully get some trackers to hunt her down.
So I kind of lean back and look at Yip Yip and I say, all right, I mean, what do you think? Like, we kind of got involved in this whole prisoner delivery situation. Like, do you think they got it? Should we go ahead and head on our merry way?
If you can tell Quasga, I'll be taking him and Yip Yip, and I guess yours, spoils of the quest reward, but they don't need it anyway.
It appears that they're going to take the full reward if we don't go back up there.
I mean, I feel like I should get about a quarter of what's owed to me since I brought him halfway. In one piece, I might add. What do you think, Yip Yip?
I don't think he's up for bargaining.
Yip Yip hands me a note and I open it and I
Yeah,
kind of
not up for
snicker.
bargaining.
Yeah,
Yip, yip.
Caradoc picks up the lizard and hits the reload button or the hang up button.
He looks at
Fold him
me.
in half.
Just pokes you in the eyeball.
Yeah. Yip Yip hands me the paper and I lean in and I kind of whisper into Vincent's eyeballs. Ask them if they have Prince Albert in a can.
I've lost reception.
I just chuck the note in the water.
You step like 5 feet over Vincent and you just lose it, everything. And
Reception. Reception bad. Okay, so Yip Yip, real talk, buddy. What are we doing, man? You think we got to go on our merry way, or do you think this is a little bit too big for us to handle?
I mean, I'm gonna say like I'm a ranger. It's my job to protect the world against evil, and I just can't let somebody who's an evildoer get away. So the ranger
again,
inside
that
of me.
sounds really funny coming out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Yep.
So really, the evil. I mean, dude, they're delivering a prisoner is not like that's chump work for me, right? Like I gotta be out. I gotta be in the heat of the battle, dude. I'm a fighter.
Yeah.
And
Somebody has to get knocked the
For
fuck
sure.
out.
Yeah. So
I lean up against Vincent and I say, and if there's any event of a flash flood, we know that Safandrius is going to drown. He's not very buoyant. And here's the thing, Yip Yip. I tried to kill this guy twice and shorten the load for everybody, and they were clearly against that idea. And I mean, we do live by the creed that, like, even though we're two bad dudes, we wouldn't let any badder dudes get away. And that goes for dudettes.
look, what I'm gonna do
I-
is I'm gonna write out a big note to Caradoc about how, like, look, we all saw the evil in Quasga's eyes. Like, I don't think it's a good idea to put him and the spider in the same room together, even though I might have edged him on to maybe like burn the guy a little bit. So for the sake of you being able to deliver this, to be able to deliver this guy in one piece, I really need to remove him from this situation. And like, you'll find us. I have every faith, every inkling that you'll find us. I write all that. I like nail it, like to the cave wall, and then I just kind of
To the cave wall where he's never coming back down.
Well, he might. He where else is he going to pick up? Where else is he going to pick up the trail from? They're gonna have to come back this way, right? They're not going to know, like, they're not going to know where else to start the trail. This is the first clue of the murder mystery, so they're going to have to come back this way. Is what I'm saying. It makes sense in my bird brain. That's what I'm saying.
Galifianakis in this hangover incident.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm just saying.
Yep. And then
I don't think it's a good idea to have you and the half-burnt guy in the same vicinity. I'm thinking about you, Boo.
I look over at Vincent. I'm like, what the hell is he writing that's taking so long?
I can't see. It's total.
Vincent, when you step
dark.
back over, you reconnect to the lizard, and that all the things that you're able to read the note to Caradoc. We'll just make it.
Well,
that.
somebody have to read it to me.
Yeah. I fluffed the paper because the dilemma we had that Yip Yip can't speak. Blah blah blah. Apparently, I tried to kill a guy a couple times. I don't really disagree with that. It sounds like it's pretty on brand. Blah blah blah. Yeah, the guy's a bit of an asshole. Blah blah blah. This is what's better for everybody. Love Yip Yip.
Well, hello, can you hear me?
Sure. Maybe.
You got about 1 minute left.
It says your lizard's ringing.
And I can't read it, but Quaska is reading it, and it is saying that he's an asshole. Somebody, I didn't
Definitely.
get who,
Both of them.
Might be a few assholes up there.
and something it's for the best good of the party. But if I, as a neutral party, if I can say something,
Go ahead.
I think this is all a terrible idea. I don't think we should split up.
Oh,
I know. I'm
that's
just.
very wise of you. Yes.
It seems we have two different ideas of where to go. Obviously,
We've been having this conversation for 4 minutes. She's long gone.
We don't know how
and
big this
Yip
underground
Yip
water
is
channel
very,
is,
Very
right?
confident in his abilities as a tracker.
And I'm very confident in her.
Well, Sean, you have a vision, right? You have dark vision to up to 30 feet. You can't see the other side of this river.
Right. How far can Yip Yip see?
Vincent,
Same, 30? Okay.
No, you got 60 feet now because you're Gloomstalker, right?
Oh yeah.
You also cannot see the other side of this river.
Ooh, you walk right into that.
Vincent. Assuming that we do continue with this plan to split
Hold
up,
on, pause. Let's pause the lizard for a second. I have dark vision. I can see in darkness, shades of gray up to 60 feet.
You
For the
also
record.
cannot see the other side of this.
I'm just saying it's 60. It's more than 30.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Preston, you might see 90 feet then. In gray.
Wait, mine says I can see 90. How far can Preston see? 120?
No,
You should be able to see
30
60.
more.
Is the water longer than 90 feet?
No, you can see some land across there.
Fuck yeah. We got him.
Yeah,
we got him.
mine
However,
says,
you don't see to the south. Down to the south, you don't see. You just see water forever.
God, Savandrius would hate it down here. There's so much water.
So, Vincent, assuming
Yes.
we do split up, do you want to continue on with those two, or did you find yourself trapped and you'd rather come back to the surface and leave with us?
Vincent and here, hold.
Oh, what was that?
It's just getting good too.
Vincent just
I know,
dropped.
right?
It's a cell connection problem.
Yep.
There he's back.
Oh, no.
Okay. Come back over here. There's better reception towards the water.
Try lifting your lizard higher in the room.
Caradoc, climb on Shakespeare's shoulders. You gotta get higher. You gotta
You're
get
on the
higher to the
ground.
towers.
Walk around in circles, holding the lizard in the air. Hold on. I think Vincent and Mr. Gizzard will take like a big audible gulp.
I wish we had money in a budget like Critical Role is, so we had fans that would actually draw this stuff out for us.
I don't think I would be very useful to you, Yip Yip and Quazka. However, I don't want you to go off alone. I am afraid of not running into you again.
Hold on a second, Vincent. Are you trying to say you kind of like us?
Well,
Well, no, but
Hey, Sean, I'm gonna
I'm
write.
trying
I'm gonna
to be
write
nice.
another note to Quasga, and I'm gonna hand it over
Okay.
to you, and it's gonna say that for you to
Yeah,
tell
just text
him
it to
that.
me. Just text it to me. Hold.
Okay.
It's funner if you text it to me.
you can't see, but Vincent is blushing, so I guess maybe Mr. Gizzard has gotten a little purple tint to his blue cheeks.
I think Lizard's getting sick.
I think old Vinny Vici likes to be the meat in this sandwich.
Well, I'm just I think it's best if we all help each other.
I think what he's trying to say, Yip Yip, is he has a thirst for adventure, and he's developing a little bit of bloodlust.
Mhm. So
Hold
I
on a
write
second,
note.
Vincent. Yip Yip just passed me, and yeah, hold on here, and I unfold it. Yip Yip says more time with us would curb your blatant racism. Huh. I mean, you could go ahead and go back up top if you'd like to live with your current amount of racism, but if you like the path you've taken and you kind of like the Vincent that you're slowly becoming, might be better to go with us. I mean, that is, of course, if you don't, miss your old ways of thinking.
Well, I think there are a great many lessons that everybody could learn.
We're gonna
And
get a
perhaps
wizard killed. We're gonna
this
get a
is-
wizard killed.
A good way for us all to learn lessons together.
You got it. And it's about the journey, not the prize at the end of the road.
No.
All right. Well, how do I hang up
We
this
both-
thing? And I start
We both
poking
go over
Vincent in the
and we
nose.
just pat him. We just give him that pat on the shoulder, like huzzah! Ah, team.
Yeah. I scream into Vincent's eyeballs. Sucks to be you, nerds.
All right. So, what are you guys doing? Are you guys?
Trying to figure out how to hang this thing up.
Disappointing you, Rob, I think is what we're doing.
Look, if it can only be an hour and a half tonight, we had to make sure it is the most quality you can pack into an hour and a half.
But I need a decision. I need a decision right now because you guys realize that I've got to write. What's gonna happen
Don't worry
here?
about it. I'll speak into
Right,
the
that's
lizard's
why I
mouth.
said you're getting disappointed.
It appears your time is up. So unless you have any last minute, I'm on
Please
the
I'm
way.
sorry, you've run out of minutes on.
Please
I will-
deposit
Please
your
insert
gold
a
into your
pie.
wizard.
I put a gold coin in the lizard's mouth. It appears your 5 minutes is up. So unless you're on the way now, we'll be heading on our way.
Thank
I
you for
wish you the
using
best of
Lizard
luck,
Wizard Communications.
Keep in mind there will be no gods with you down there. So if you do fall in battle, you'll probably be dead.
And I kind of lean in and whisper, "There never were gods with us."
Again, you can't hear the conversation.
Um,
Yeah, I can hear Vincent. Okay, Vincent,
No,
what's he
without
saying? Like,
repeating paradox thing, I think Vincent will just say, Quazga, I cannot defend you, and I will only be a burden if I stay with you.
I kind of.
I truly believe
Sounds like Vincent's
And-
going back up.
the bluest pit of my heart that we should stay together, but if you must chase this person down, I don't know.
Hold your thought. And I put my hand on his chest. Whoa, big guy. You died once, right? And you came back.
Well, the secret is that I didn't actually die. You see, I had this magic ring.
So
that,
Vincent,
Okay.
if they do manage to track her down, make it very clear to Quazga that her sword belongs to the church. Just FYI.
You
Fair
don't
enough.
remember
You know
saying a
he's
sword
not going
though.
to listen.
I
You
certainly
know Quazga's not going to listen to a thing Vincent says. If you want to guarantee that sword goes back to the church,
Oh, I can
You're gonna have
guarantee
to
the
find
sword
it
goes
before
back
he
to the
does.
church. Even if he
Not
does
if
find
I
it, I will
throw
take
it.
it from him.
All
Not
right.
if
that's-
I throw it in the lake before I
What is-
die.
We're done right now. I need the answer. Vincent's going up. If
I think I will
Vincent,
stay put
Vincent.
and do my best to watch them go if they're leaving. But I think I
Like
can't.
this.
all right, Yip Yip and Quasga, what are you doing?
High fiving.
Yes.
Okay.
We're getting in that boat.
Yeah, I carefully
Alright.
help Vincent into the boat.
No.
Well, no. I'm staying.
Oh shit! You're going back up top.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, fair.
Thank
So if his plan is to go back up top, then he would have probably answered that way, and I'd say that I'll come down and find him since he doesn't have a source of light.
No, hold on a
If
second.
Paradox
You
believes
you're not up. You're not down here. You can't hear what happens. Hold on.
I still have perception. I'm like I can't see.
No, I
I'll
pulled your left earlobe when I hung up. I'm going to give you a torch. So I grab a big old log that's down here, and I use my tinder box, and I put a little oil on the tip of it, just a tip.
You find out you don't have any oil.
Bitch, I got oil. I didn't use all of it.
Cage.
I didn't pour 2 pounds on it. I've got 2 pounds of oil. Let's assume I went a little liberal and put
You
a
know how
pound and a
much
half.
2 pounds is of oil? That's not that much. Oil's pretty dense.
I mean, it's 2 pounds.
2 pounds.
Anyhoozle, I put the last quarter pound of oil I have on this log that wasn't sitting by the water's edge. I use my tinder box and I give him a little torch. And I say, Vincent, old buddy, old pal, old friend, and I give him a little, pinch on the cheek. We'll see you when we see you.
All right, Yip Yip. You walk over to the rowboat.
I have a candle in my backpack too.
You grab the rowboat to kind of pull it on shore so you guys can get into it. As soon as you touch it, your hand suddenly becomes stuck to it. It tips to sideways with your hand stuck into it, and you see jagged teeth appear
Oh my-
as
Rob,
you
you son of a
realize
bitch.
this
You son of a
rowboat
bitch.
is a fucking mimic.
This is the biggest case of bullshit. I don't want to write 2 separate stories I've ever heard.
between this
And
this
that's
session
where
and
ending
next
the
one, next
session.
turn, come up with a new character sheet.
Rob, I stand by my decision. I'm not mad at you. Good job.
That's
Yeah.
great. That's amazing.
But Vincent's
I'm just
still with
hoping
us,
that it
so
took you an
he's
hour and
got-
a half to get to that point.
So Vincent has to fight the mimic with us. So
He does.
Complete.
Yep.
No,
Yep.
I guess that you got a torch lit. No.
I didn't have any oil. Sorry. You had to fight a mimic in the
Lightning
dark.
bolts in every random
You
direction.
son of a bitch. No, I have a candle. We'll figure it out. We got a week to figure it out.
yeah,
Even with
Unless we
dark
play on
vision,
Monday.
you still will have disadvantage on every attack because it's dim light. So you need to have light.
I have a candle, a quarter pound of oil, a tinder box. If I double check in here, I might still have about a half a bag of ball bearings too.
Amazing.
You haven't seen what I'm going to do with them yet, pal.
Nah, it's just a session overall. It was great.
I
Yeah.
have to go. I have to go on record as well and say, Jordan, I appreciate you showing up, even though this was very much a yip yip Quasga Vincent.
I think Jordan had fun.
It was a good time.
No, yeah, you know what? You were valuable because you did secure our friend with the ogre. Yeah,
Mhm.
they were getting Fazoli's. Who literally, I think, I heard they did go bankrupt. So tell Corey.
I can't wait until Quasco accidentally insults him and gets smashed by a tree.
I
They-
can't remember
Well,
what
I
the,
have-
pop off with any insult.
I have survived so long in the wilderness and the woods, talking to all sorts of monsters. There's a dragon that kind of likes me.
I just hope he doesn't come back and eat me because they love halflings.
Ogres
Does,
or dragons?
Ogres, they love small
does-
folks. They eat-
does anybody remember the sentence that made me think like a Shakespeare line? Like Rob said something as the ogre that was very similar to a Shakespeare line.
What is a name?
I think something like that. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what it was.
yeah.
What is
What is
Yeah.
a name?
What is
Yeah.
it? Yeah, I like it. I need to remember
Yep.
that.
Yeah, this was a very content-heavy hour and a half, Rob. Don't you worry, baby. It's worth every second.
It's not all about combat, baby.
Yeah, it's storytelling at its finest. It's Rob in the hands of fucking four idiots.
What is the name?
Or children.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. instead of writing in a mimic, you could have just like got me and Quazga lost in the
Oh, the
tunnel
mimic is
for-
been there
It's always
since the
been a
beginning.
mimic, from what I can tell. I don't think
Okay.
Rob had this token ready.
Yeah, I think that's why there was 2 boats.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Nope, it was always a mimic. In fact, the adventure I stole this map from, it's a mimic.
Nice.
That's great because
It's just-
Sean even called it out. He was like, "It's pretty suspicious that there's another boat left behind
I
here."
did. I
He
did
did
mention
say
it like, if it was
And the
me, I'd
trap.
sink the
And don't
boat.
forget the trap warning.
Yeah.
The same trap.
But you know what was the other sign that I saw on the same wall, Rob? It said failure. And
To
that's
the
what this
south.
trap's going to
To
be.
the south. It
Nope,
pointed an
nope.
arrow to the south.
I don't think so. Not the map that I was looking at, anyway.
Listen to me, listen to me. That's where the judgment
Cool.
comes from.
Look, I
Not
can
the
read
picture.
Thieves' Cant. If I have to scratch that symbol in the wall after we kill your mimic, I will.
Well, I mean, if you kill the mimic, there won't be a trap in.
So it's going to say failure.
On a side note, did you, Sean and Quazga, did you guys see the new AI art for Yip Yip in particular, and for Quazga? See if you
Say
like
again?
it. And Stephandrius, did you guys see the new AI art in the AI art channel?
The cast at Pixelated Paranormal would like to thank you for listening to this week's episode. Pixelated Paranormal is here to tell you tales of the fantastical, the strange, the unknown. Tales that will move you a little further down the paranormal highway. If you'd like to share your own listener story, we would love to hear it. Email us at pixelatedparanormal@gmail.com. Again, that's pixelatedparanormal@gmail.com. We'd really love to hear from you. Again, thanks for listening to this week's episode of Pixelated Paranormal, your guide to the unusual and the strange.